Okay guys, welcome back to the channel, and we are here with XDefiant, and we got the latest news on XDefiant right here. Mark Rubin has been vocal. We've actually got some insight on the latest issue when it comes to XDefiant and the plug basically getting pulled if it doesn't get its players numbers up before season 3 ends. Basically, now there's been controversy about that. There's actually been other top streamers coming out saying this is a lot of bullshit, but there's a bit of insight on this within this video as well. I'm super excited to bring that. But look, if you are new or a returning viewer, hit the like, hit the sub, get involved in the channel. Let me know in the comments how you're currently getting on XDefiant and just gaming in general. I really do appreciate the support, and we're growing like crazy, and I'm super excited to continue on this journey with you guys. But look, basically, look, there's been a couple of changes, and essentially what we got was some changes to rank. There's been updates on what the new roadmap kind of is coming to XDefiant, and I'm happy to see these changes and Mark be so vocal about some of the things that are coming to XDefiant, and then just debunking a couple of things about XDefiant as well, and we're going to break it all down. So basically what we found out was that there was maintenance today, and that was revolving around the ranked mode. There's been issues with ranked. We know ranked has been plagued with issues from the beginning, just haven't really got it right, but it was down for an hour, and basically this is what I had to say. You know, they're basically working on a fix to an exploit in ranked that allows games to start with more than 4 players in a team. That was the maintenance that was down for earlier on in today, and now that has been rectified, it's fixed, and it's back up and running. So hopefully if you are enjoying ranked, you know, you can have a better experience now. So they are working out these bugs, and I'm super excited to see that happen. I really want to be pumped for XDefiant. A couple of other things that were asked of Mark, and he was vocal today as well, and which gives some insight. He was basically asked if we're going to get another double XP weekend before season 2 drops. That, you know, he basically turns around and says, yeah, there's a high probability of that happening, which I'm assuming that they need to, because they want the player numbers up. And then there's a little bit more. This is kind of the spicier side of things and some insight about the game that we've received. He was asked about the monitor and the frame drops from the field of view, and Mark just says, look, yes, if you increase your field of view, it has to render more screens, so there is hit on the frames per second, and our game might not see that drop, expecting extreme circumstances or certain parts of the certain map. So your field of view obviously affects your frames per second, which can contribute to that netcode, hit rage, and everything else in between. So just note that going forward, if you do need to kind of adjust your field of view so you don't get those frame drops. And I didn't really notice it, but it seems to be a problem. So it's just some insight on how you might get a better, you know, frames per second within your game and what you're using. And then it does go on, good morning Mark, please add a quick match option. And he said that is coming. So basically he wants to bring in a quick match option where you can just join a game in progress no matter what game, more so just like a mosh pit where you just click join quick, and it could be any game mode that you jump into, which might help some of the delays that people are finding. Personally, I've never really found a delay in getting into a game. The odd time it might take over a minute, but any other time it's a couple of seconds. But some people really do find it difficult to get into games depending where they're located, and there's a mixed bag of reviews on that. But we move on about XDefiant and bots. There was obviously a meme that was put out about getting into bots if the game is dying. This is the juicy part. For the record, I don't believe I'm playing against bots, but seems like the game is alive to me because people were finding it hard to get into certain lobbies. Mark goes on to say there is no bots. Yes, the gaming is in a lull. We're at the end of a season, but it's not dead by any means. We know there is stuff we need to work on, netcode, progression, etc., and we're working hard on that. We are definitely in this for the long haul. Remember, marathon, not a sprint. Anyway, hope you're having fun. At the end of the day, that's what really matters to us. Now look, you can say this is something that he has to say. He has to obviously act like the game is functioning completely fine, and that in the background there's pressure to get, you know, the numbers back up to where they basically had targets for. And he admits the game is in a bit of a lull because of the progression, because of the netcode, because of certain issues in the game, and they're working hard on it. But, you know, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe, you know, with some of the information coming out about the game, getting the kind of the sheets pulled from underneath it, if it doesn't do what it needs to do by the end of season 3, could be a bit of a misdirection. You know, there's been people coming out saying it's a lot of bullshit. There's other people saying no, it's bang on because Black Ops is coming out. You know, it's bullshit until we actually see it happen and it comes to life. But the fact that he admitted that the game is in a lull does indicate that it's definitely not in the spot that they want. I'm sure we can all agree on that it's basically not in the spot that anybody would want for this type of game, and that it's in a lull. But he does say we're in it for the long haul. His long haul might be different to what Ubisoft is thinking, with the fact that Ubisoft's stock has dropped as well. Games are flopping. They're boycotting. Gamers are boycotting their games because of just consistently bad games coming out. But I will have to say, you know, XDefiant is a bit of fresh air within the Ubisoft space, I believe. It's a game that I've played longer than probably any other Ubisoft game. So, like, make what you will from those comments. You know, he openly agrees that it's in a lull and the game is in a bit of a slump, and that they do need to work on things to bring back probably the majority of players that they lost, because, you know, there's still players out there that really enjoy XDefiant, but they're just bored because there's nothing to play and there's nothing interesting, and that the actual, you know, the gameplay itself and the playability just isn't fun enough to keep them around without actually doing anything or striving towards anything. So if they had a prestige mode, if they had more challenges, if you had things to actually drive towards, or a ranking system, or a leaderboard, they might want to kind of come back and play that, or even grinding for camos more so than just the weapon mastery camos. He obviously agrees with that. Obviously, there's some sort of truth to the players dropping. He does admit to that. But I want to know your thoughts on it. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of those comments. You know, it can be a bit of a misdirection because he can't really speak about it, or is he telling the truth? Let me know. But I'm going to be optimistic, and I do think Season 2 will bring back a lot of the players, and we'll just see where it goes. Guys, look, I really do appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Could have watched any other video, but you chose this one, and I really do appreciate it, and I'll catch you on the next one.